So yeah, I have everything set up again, and it's gonna stay like this. I broke my keyboard stand because with my keyboard stand in my car, I was just traveling around in Canada. That wasn't good for it. It's a crappy stand. It was cheap, so got it welded, and yeah, I'm not gonna move my equipment anymore. It's just gonna stay in the house. At least the keyboard stand is. So yeah, actually, I might as well switch to. There we go. I haven't even showered yet today. Oh, did I? No, I did shower, but I haven't done my hair.
It's gonna have to make the credit crunch worse.
Yeah, price is going up so much that I want just people to be excited and hang out here in my stream. I know that we make a lot of posts about how price is not the most important thing, and we're right. It's not the most important thing, but it is important because that's our funding, right? So when you ask for funding during a bear market, you get the funding, and then the Bitcoin Cash does a 20x on that. You're super funded, and then you use that money to build. And by building, we attract users, and only users generate something that is really of value. So, hey, just gotta keep growing.
Still being squeezed.
Get 100 million users.
Many people's viewing.
The rest doesn't matter. Like, you have 100 million users using Bitcoin Cash every day. Before you know it, a big part of their lives are going to depend on it working. So then, the Bitcoin Cash network serves the interests of 100 million people. And when that happens, then the market price just doesn't matter at all anymore, because 100 million people and their capital will be able to provide enough support for that, because 100 million people cannot all own one Bitcoin Cash. It's just impossible. You'd have to divide that into three. They can have divide 21 million by 100 million users. That's how much Bitcoin Cash they can have. And if they start generating economic activity, most of it won't just directly be, used as money. But hey there, Ace Exploit. Nice to see you. I'm about to watch that interview with Russia today. I haven't seen it myself, but I'll be making some music soon. Let me pause that. I'm just trying to get some users in here. But since you've joined me, and since you like it when I make some music, I will change my plans and I will switch to this camera here. So my turn on my keyboard. Oh, that's not good. What's going on? Oh, it's working. microphone's on. Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 3. Oh. I just gotta make sure that I use this mic with my speakers on. Otherwise, we get feedback. I can find a level that's tolerable for the people in the house here. I'm trying to get, I disconnected the camera and connected it to a different USB port. It doesn't want to work. So I'll just use this camera for now. welcome to the stream. Whether you're on Facebook, or YouTube, or Twitch, or DLive, doesn't matter to me. You're welcome. My camera to work now. It's a little better. This is the main screen that I look at. So, yeah, it kind of works because then most people they don't give my voice is very low. Okay. How about this? This should be better, I think. Works better? I just got it mixed up poorly. Let's see. 2 is incoming. I have a limiter on it. Yeah, it should work. Put this a little lower. There we go. Too much now, eh? Test 1, 2, 3. A little too sharp. Take some frequencies out, I guess. I managed to do that. Just randomly clicked away my song.
Het is stil op straat, ik waak, kijk ik om me heen, geen mens te bespeuren, het is laat. Dus ik moet voorzichtig zijn, ik gooi het ritme, hou de maat, plaats dit gezang is mijn beneden, het klopt.
Hey, Flacio, leuk dat je kijkt, jongen.
Het is stil op straat, ik waak, kijk ik om me heen, geen mens te bespeuren, het is laat. Dus ik moet voorzichtig zijn, ik gooi het ritme, hou de maat, plaats dit gezang is mijn beneden, het klopt. Meester van mijn eigen gevoelens en emoties.
Deze kan zachter. En dan kan deze iets harder. Nu zou het niet te scherp moeten zijn. Reverb? Ja. Beetje reverb. Ja, dat is wel aangenaam. Zo. Klein beetje reverb. Ik wil terug naar die andere track. Zo. Die was erg chill. Even kijken, wat heb ik nu de vorige keer gedaan? Ah ja. Ik moet hier een limiter op zetten. En dan een sidechain sturen. En een sidechain. Oeps. Ah ja, sidechain wordt gestuurd. Test 1, 2, test. Ja, oké. Nu als ik aan het praten ben, dan duwt mijn stem de rest van de muziek weg. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ja, oké. Dus nu kan deze weer iets harder. Zo. Nu kan ik... Ja. Nu is het goed.
Yeah. Some of that real jazzy.
Real jazzy. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Dit is rap, gemixt met jazz, jongen. Dit
is
is
relaxed,
dat is wat ik zeg, jongen. Dit is te vet, omdat ik het rap, jongen. Breng die brek en boos gewoon voor de gek, jongen. Geef me respect, jongen, maar dat hoeft niet. Ik heb de mic in mijn hand,
Ik voel me goed.
hier, zet het glas aan je lippen en je proeft bier. Ik ben hard aan het spitten, maak het af als een proefdier. Voel het ritme en ga met me mee. Denk aan chillen op het strand, zon, water en zee. Of aan een jazzcafé, wie gaat met me mee? Jammen tot middernacht, we verplaatsen het feest.
Want rap gemixt met jazz is relax zo van oh yeah. De sense is nu aan zet. Gooi die handen van oost naar west. En geniet van de beat, de lekkere melodie. De bas en de drums, gast, ik check je later. Rap gemixt met jazz is relax zo van oh yeah. De sense is nu aan zet. Gooi die handen van oost naar west. En geniet van de beat, de lekkere melodie. De bas en de drums, gast, ik check je later.
Ik was even aan het stressen toen ik aan mezelf dacht. Zo van jij moet dit en dat en beter komt het spoedig af. Maar wacht even, dit voelt niet helemaal lekker. Breng me terug naar de message. Ik word mellow, voel de vibe en weer relaxed. Ik kan het niet anders zeggen dan dat ik me weer ververs. Ik voel me best, no stress. En ik blijf ervan genieten als ik hier niet langer ben. Hogere sferen nemen mij mee. Niet vanuit de wereld, maar in Gods geest. Ik kan blijven genieten als het even niet lekker gaat. Zet die lekkere flows vanuit mijn speakers weer aan.
Want rap gemixt met jazz is relax zo ver. De sense is nu aan zet. Gooi die handen van oost naar west. En geniet van de beat, de lekkere melodie. De bas en de drums, gast, ik check je later. Rap gemixt met jazz is relax zo van oh yeah. De sense is nu aan zet. Gooi die handen van oost naar west. En geniet van de beat, de lekkere melodie. De bas en de drums, gast, ik check je later. De bedoeling is dat iedereen zich vermaakt. Het goede is dat die kans bestaat. Iedereen in de zaal laat je gaan. Nou hier mee op het gevoel wat ontstaat. De bedoeling is dat iedereen zich vermaakt. Het goede is dat die kans bestaat. Op rap gemixt met jazz is relax zo van oh yeah. De sense is nu aan zet. Gooi die handen van oost naar west. En geniet van de beat, de lekkere melodie. De bas en de drums, gast, ik check je later. Rap gemixt met jazz is relax zo van oh yeah. De sense is nu aan zet. Gooi die handen van oost naar west. En geniet van de beat, de lekkere melodie. De bas en de drums, gast, ik check je later.
Na een periode van wikken en wegen, waar ik verbleef in de mist in een verstikkende greep, heb ik beslist en spit ik nu stevig. Ben ik dankbaar dat ik dit heb gekregen. Heer, ga uw gang maar, mijn lippen gezegend. Uw beschermende hand daar, die me richt op de vrede. Iedereen is al lang daar, waar ik zou moeten wezen. Maar God heeft iedereen een verschillende route gegeven. Dus chill ik met deze en wil ik vergeten. Vergelijken met anderen is het killen van leven. Dat God mij wil geven, het is een cliché voor de meesten. Maar uniek is uniek, dus verschil moet er wezen. Haha, yes, 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 ja! Fans in the house. Ik heet jullie allemaal welkom op dit muzikale verhaal. Zin voor zin. En ik wil iedereen uit de grond van mijn hart bedanken die heeft bijgedragen aan het tot stand komen van dit album. Zonder jullie was het nooit gelukt. Bye dankie, bye dankie. Dit zijn de zinnen die je hoort van mij. Ik zal meestal swingen, maar het hoort bij mij. Zin voor zin, ik heb er zin in. Sens zet hem op en hij gaat voor die winning. Houvast ben ik niet. Laat me over, dan zien we me meer dan een gimmick. Ik draaf even door met heb sommige hinnik. Soms sta ik stil, dan bezin ik. Maar nu even niet, want dan rap ik of zing ik. Simpel, serieus, meestal swingen. Vrij van geest, maar de groove is dringend. Zin om te move, dringend. Want dit is zo lekker, zelfs zonder vette swagger. Vergeet die commerciële tune, dit is je nieuwe wekker. Ik ben Sens.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens. Zinnen, zingever, alles wat ik represent.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens. Zinnen, zingever, alles wat ik represent. Ik wil niet de indruk wekken dat het hier om mij gaat. Sens wil niet aan de essentie voorbij gaan. Het gaat mij om meer dan muziek. Zie het als een gave van de Heer die ik dien. Velen in de scene willen vrouwen en een wagen. Als ik het kon hebben, zou ik me er niet aan wagen. Heb niet voor niets een fiets en als ik ergens naartoe moet, dan hoef ik het maar te vragen. Dus hou die Audi maar, geef me liever die audio. Wie niks doet, die maakt meestal geen fouten, yo. Dit is die nieuwe, gemixt met die oude flow. Misschien denk je bij jezelf, jongen, houden zo. Sens representen is niet te houden, yo. Ik breng geen liedjes uit de oude doos. Mogen dat duidelijk zijn, jongen. Ben ik in het rappen werkt te veel van mijn longen.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens. Zinnen, zingever, alles wat ik represent.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens. Zinnen, zingever, alles wat ik represent. Ik doe mijn ding en je hoort dat ik het vet breng. Dus gooi die handen in de lucht of doe die headbang. Best eng voor degene die me herkent. Toch is het echt fan dat ik op mijn best ben. Op het moment dat ik die vette melodie hoor. Dus ik vraag aan jou of je die vette melodie hoort. Aangevuld met een kick en een snare. Rap ik er overheen met de ritme dat daar wel lekker bij past. En we gaan nog even door en zitten mij laag. Dan hadden we tijd zat. Maar nu kom ik terug thuis alsof ik even op reis was. En de reis was mooi en adembenemend. Net als mijn flow die is adembenemend. Bepaal zelf maar hoe jij dit interpreteert. Zal mij een zorg zijn, het hindert niet meer. Het hindert niet meer.
What you gonna play now? Bobby? I don't know. But whatever I play, it's got to be funky.
Als James zegt funky, zeggen jullie music. Funky.
Funky. Music.
James zegt funky, zeggen jullie music.
Funky. Music. Funky. Music.
Als James zegt funky, zeggen jullie music.
Funky. Music. Funky. Music.
Als James zegt funky, zeggen jullie music.
Funky.
Music.
Hip hop.
Music. Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben ben Sens, in de zin, ik geef het alles wat ik represent.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens.
Wie ben jij?
Ik ben Sens, in de zin, ik geef het alles wat ik represent. Wie ben jij? 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 Ik ben Sens, maar wie ben jij? 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 Ik ben Sens, maar wie ben jij? Zin voor zin, stap voor stap, dat is hoe het gaat in mijn leven. Zin voor zin, stap voor stap, sta niet stil, blijf in beweging. Zin voor zin, stap voor stap, dat is hoe het gaat in mijn leven. Zin voor zin, stap voor stap, sta niet stil, blijf in beweging. 2010, een droom kwam mijn hoofd binnen, ging niet meer weg, nee het bleef in mijn hoofd zitten. 2 jaar verder en je hoort me best wel doop spitten. Zeg je vertrouwen, het komt goed, want geloof is de zekerheid van hetgeen waar je op hoopt. Met deze zekerheid rol ik door tot in de dood. Noem het doop of niet, ben je gedoopt of niet? Mijn muziek is voor iedereen die van me flow geniet. Dus dan, ik maak geen grap en ik blijf stappen zetten. Mijn lastige krachten proberen me dat te beletten. Wie het is, het zijn de duivel en mijn oude ik. Ze maken mij wijs dat mijn angst het vertrouwen is. Doe me stilstaan, zodat het een beetje kouder is. Beats met een laffe snare en een flauwe kick. Zo klinkt het, als ik mij door angst laat bepalen. Wat win ik erbij, zolang ik niet leef uit genade? De wereld is de aarde, maar tevens ook mijn naaste. Daarom wil ik delen wat ik kreeg van de vader. Ken mijn handelen, stap voor stap, zin voor zin. Blijf rennen, lopen, wandelen, dit is pas het begin. Kom op! Zin voor zin, stap voor stap, dat is hoe het gaat in mijn leven. Zin voor zin, stap voor stap, sta niet stil, blijf in beweging. Zin voor zin, stap voor stap, dat is hoe het gaat in mijn leven. Zin voor zin, stap voor stap, sta niet stil, blijf in beweging. Muziek is als een kaart en ik ben de legende. Deze track wordt een klassieker als muziek van Handel. Ben als een straatorgelman, blijf draaien aan die zwengel. Hou de maat aan, zie me staan, blijf even hangen. Dan praat ik je bij, doe kalm of onbevangen. En neem even toonhoogte van de melodie. Ik maak hier het nummer samen met de muzikaal genie. Ben geen MC die het liefst alleen te zien is. Op stage ga ik los als een beest, maar toch geniet ik het meest. Als er steeds meer dan één MC te zien is. Kan mij niet boeien wie de koning van de scene is. Ik ken een andere, alleen hij brengt me verder. Met hem durf ik stappen te zetten, hij is mijn herder. Ken me handelen, stap voor stap, zin voor zin. Blijf rennen, lopen, wandelen, dit is pas het begin, ik zeg je. Zin voor zin, stap voor stap, dat is hoe het gaat in mijn leven. Zin voor zin, stap voor stap, sta niet stil, blijf in beweging. Zin voor zin, stap voor stap, dat is hoe het gaat in mijn leven. Zin voor zin, stap voor stap, sta niet stil, blijf in beweging. Zin voor zin, stap voor stap, Onderzeese melodieën geven me die
So,
energie.
guys,
Maar ik check phones op mijn kop,
anybody
ben aan
know
het tapen hier. Mensen weten niet wat het
where I can
bevelen
find
onder
a good
water leeft.
Litecoin
Zwemmen in de
versus
lijnen
Bitcoin
tot me
Cash
nauwelijks
price?
nog
Apparently,
adem.
people
De
are
zee is
dumping
diep,
a lot of
onder
Litecoin
rode
right
schoenen.
now. That is
Zweet het
primarily why the
tot op
Bitcoin
de
Cash
bodem
price is
te
going
zwoegen.
up.
Gevuld met noden en doelen, onbevuld blijven ze woelen in het zand bij hun voeten. Grote groepen zwemmen naar rechts terwijl ze roepen: wil je met ons meegaan? Men is meegaan zonder kennis of besef van de plek waar ze heen gaan. Dit is leefbaar, maar men vergeet vaak. Het water van de zee geeft alleen die zoute zeesmaak. Terwijl men streeft naar zout met het zoete, want trouwt men het goede van hoe het vroeger begon. De mixen doen proeven is het doel van de bron.
Stille waters hebben diepe gronden. We duiken naar de bodem voor dat wat nog niet is ontgonnen. Het lijkt onbegonnen werk met de las op je rug. Maar de schat op de bodem brengt de krachten terug. Stille waters hebben diepe gronden. We duiken naar de bodem voor dat wat nog niet is ontgonnen. Het lijkt onbegonnen werk met de las op je rug. Maar de schat op de bodem brengt de krachten terug.
Haal diep adem, duik naar beneden. Duik flessen op, zet mijn vliezen in beweging. Voor even lijk ik tevreden, maar onderweg naar mijn bestemming kom ik moeilijkheden tegen. Donkere gaten waar ik doorheen moet. Heb niet meer in de gaten waar ik nu heen moet. Zie zonnige stralen weerkaatsen op het water. Ze dringen overal doorheen, zelfs tot de krater waar ik me momenteel in bevind. En dan heel subtiel gaf de zon mij een hint. Soms moet je vroeten in de aarde, blijven ploeteren en zwoegen tot je iets van waarde vindt. Waar je niet op stuit aan de oppervlakte. Diepzee duiken in mijn eigen zee zie ik niet als zwakte. Zwemmers zijn verbaasd, zien er geen brood in. Om bij de bron te komen moet je tegen de stroom in. Stille wateren hebben diepe gronden. Duiken naar de bodem voor dat wat nog niet is ontgonnen. Onbegonnen werk was op je rug, maar de schat op de bodem brengt de krachten terug. Hey, stille wateren hebben diepe gronden. Duiken naar de bodem voor dat wat nog niet is ontgonnen. Onbegonnen werk was op je rug, schat op de bodem brengt de krachten terug. Hey. Wat de ene heeft met tekst, dat heb ik met melodie. Wat dat laatste betreft ben ik liever geen MC, maar liever die energie die anoniem vol energie met lekkere melodieën vernieuwende beats levert. Zodat MC's met fantasie er iets in kunnen beleven. En wie het nodig heeft, het inspiratie kan geven tot het schrijven van teksten en het maken van tracks over het dagelijkse leven. Toch is het zo dat ik zelf vaak nog dingen heb die ik met tekst uiten wil, zodat ik vaak nog wat te spitten heb. Mijn boekje niet erbuiten wil als ik mijn zinnen rap, dus ik gebruik wat ik in me heb. Sens, rappers hebben gevoel en doel. Soms is dat melodie en soms is dat rap. Ik ga niet links, ik ga niet rechts, nee ik neem de middenweg. Probeer het te combineren, joh dan is het perfect. Mijn liefde is muziek, zoals jullie nu zien. Zie niet op de MC's, want ik wil dat ze u zien. Uniek is elk type naar het beeld van de maker. U schiet muziek en verdeelde die gaven. Mijn liefde is muziek, zoals jullie nu zien. Zie niet op de MC's, want ik wil dat ze u zien. Uniek is elk type naar het beeld van de maker. U schiet muziek en verdeelde die gaven. Ik schrift niet om rijmschemers, want ze geven niet om mij. Tuurlijk is het wel belangrijk, maar daar blijft het bij. Want als ik schrijf, gaat het dieper dan de flow en de rijms. Ben niet te type, en zomaar wat schrijft. Ook al loop ik nu te dieper dat ik zomaar wat schrijf. Ik sta stil bij dingen en loop niet zomaar voorbij. Want als ik het wel deed, was het zomaar voorbij. Heb ik niet echt geleefd, terwijl er zoveel dromen zijn. Ik hoop dat het met die van mij niet altijd bij dromen blijft. Ik zie een weg met een bomenrij, waar ik hopelijk ooit werd het meisje van mijn dromerij. En mijn ogen mij verblinden als de zon die in mijn ogen schijnt. Hoogwaarschijnlijk lijkt het minder, want ze is nog steeds een droom van mij. Ja, hoogwaarschijnlijk lijkt het minder, want ze is nog steeds een droom van mij. Dus stop die tijd en zeggen: mijn liefde is muziek, zoals jullie nu zien. Zie niet op de MC's, want ik wil dat ze u zien. Uniek is eigenlijk dieper naar het beeld van de maker. U schiet muziek en verdeelde die gaven. Mijn liefde is muziek, zoals jullie nu zien. Zie niet op de MC's, want ik wil dat ze u zien. Uniek is eigenlijk dieper naar het beeld van de maker. U schiet muziek en verdeelde die gaven. Mijn liefde is muziek, zoals jullie nu zien. Zie niet op de MC's, want ik wil dat ze u zien. Uniek is eigenlijk dieper naar het beeld van de maker. U schiet muziek en verdeelde die gaven. Mijn liefde is muziek, zoals jullie nu zien. Zie niet op de MC's, want ik wil dat ze u zien. Uniek is eigenlijk dieper naar het beeld van de maker. U schiet muziek en verdeelde die gaven. Per maandag paradeert ze, parafraseert ze wat ze uit haar hoofd van de pooier heeft geleerd. Het is haar tweede keer, ze loopt als verdoofd. Ze kijkt naar beneden en beweert zich niet meer. Want ze houden haar goed vanuit de wagen in de gaten. Ze houden niet van haar, anders zouden ze haar laten gaan. Ze zat het liefst zonder haar, dan zouden ze haar laten gaan. Althans, dat is de illusie als ze elke morgen opstaat. Ze is bang voor de vent die haar verrot slaat. Als ze niet doet wat hij in zijn gekke hoofd heeft. Ze vraagt zich af waarom ze hem ooit geloofd heeft. Ze is op zoek naar iets dat hoop heet. Maar dat is ver te zoeken op de wallen van de Loosdreef. Hopelijk haalt ze de volgende maand. Wanhopig snikt ze de volgende vraag bij elkaar.
Wie ziet mij? Wie ziet mij? Wie ziet mij? Wie ziet wie ik ben? Wie ziet mij? Wie ziet mij? Wie ziet mij? Wie ziet wie ik ben?
2 jaar geleden was zijn eerste keer. Hij weet het nog zo goed als de dag van gisteren. Wanneer was zijn laatste bezoek ook alweer? Oh ja, dat was gisteren. Hij wil hem niet meer, maar het laat hem niet meer los. Heeft hem in zijn greep en het voelt aan als een strop. En deze strop doet hem telkens weer de das om. Elke dag keurig naar zijn werk met zijn das om. Maar achter de schermen is het anders. Als zijn vriendin dit ziet, kiest ze vast iemand anders. Is wat hij dacht als hij loopt naar de wallen. Hij slaapt slecht en daarom lopen er wallen onder zijn ogen. Hij kan het niet geloven, is dit nou echt het leven waarvoor hij heeft gekozen? Hij wil eruit, maar is zelf niet bij machten. Zijn vermoeide geest geeft de volgende gedachte. Ze schrikt, ze zit recht op een bed. Het lijkt net of iemand wat tegen haar zegt. Ze draait zich om en ze valt weer in slaap. Nachtmerries, omdat de dag zich herhaalt. Maar deze keer is alles anders. Ze ziet een man in het zand die rustig met haar wandelt. Met haar praat, vraagt hoe het gaat. Om haar geeft en haar als gelijke behandelt. Hij is er ook, hij staat aan de kant. Hij schaamt zich diep voor zijn status van klant. Dan valt zijn blik op wat er staat in het zand. Vergeven, verbazing maakt zich van de meester. Hij, deze man met ontzettend veel gebreken. Hij breekt bij het zien van de ogen van de meester. Zijn liefde, horen zij als hij zegt: ik wijs je niet af, maar ik wijs je de weg.
Ik zie jou, ik zie jou, ik zie jou, ik zie wie je bent. Ik zie jou, ik zie jou, ik zie jou, ik zie wie je bent.
Test 1, 2, test. Yeah.
Right, do you have a schedule to play music?
Not at the moment.
Huh?
But I wanna get one. It's gonna. I mean, I've just recently. I did this. There's been 3 periods where I've done this.
How many in the house?
4.
4? 3 machine?
Maybe.
Welzalig de man die niet wandelt in de raad der goddelozen, die niet staat op de weg der zondaars, nog zit in de kring der spotters, maar aan des Heeren weg zijn welgevallen heeft en diens bed overpijnt bij dag en bij nacht.
Only because they have, I mean, asked us that about the things that are possible. We want to have a sign on the entrance there that says Bitcoin Cash cryptocurrency.
Welzalig de man die niet wandelt in de raad der goddelozen, die niet staat op de weg der zondaars, nog zit in de kring der spotters, maar aan des Heeren weg zijn welgevallenheid en diens wel overpijnt bij dag en bij nacht, want hij is als een boom van een waterstroom die zijn vrucht geeft.
That's the momentum that I feel.
Sloot
So,
niet
crypto works in these big
want
cycles.
hij
They're very
is
extreme.
als
So you
een
have a bear
boom
market, and then everybody says you're wrong.
aan
And you're not
waterstromen
anything you have
die
to
zijn
say. And then you have a bull market, and then everybody says, this guy is right. It's very
niet verweld.
That's how it
Alles
works.
gelukt,
Right now, it's just entered bull market.
alles gelukt, alles gelukt,
Yeah, and I read one guy saying that
komt op mij, dan ga je niet meer onder zorgen gebukt.
it goes back up, you know?
Yeah, well,
Well, that's,
you might have to wait a little bit.
yeah, well, yeah, wait a little bit, it also goes up instead of down. But yeah, that new currency is supposed to come in January 1st. Well, the new currency. I don't know, digital dollar maybe, so another term like
God is meer dan ik zeggen kan. Tijd gaat snel en ik zeg het man. Sneller dan dat ik rappen kan. Deze rust moet ik hebben man. God is meer dan ik zeggen kan. Tijd gaat snel en ik zeg het man. Sneller dan dat ik rappen kan. Deze rust moet ik hebben man. Zo spin ik tot de hoogste van neem me toch mee naar boven. Was die boom een plant dan nam ik een overdosis. Emoties lopen hoog op en soms dan ben ik dood op. Dan klim ik naar omhoog drop. Ik van hoog op. plant mijn hart aan een waterstroom. Door mijn zaad en nu maakt een boom. Ik wil zijn als de vaderzoon. Blauw bloed, want u draagt de kroon. Dus zul ik nog harder, want u geeft me rust. U geeft de kracht om te breken met lust. Lees in de Bijbel, dan leef ik bewust. Open de deur, want het klopt als een bus. Klopt als een bus of een Mercedes-wagen. Hij leert de waarde van wetenszaken. Afwerderingen van levende wapen. Niks op mezelf, ik leef uit genade. Beleef de macht en mijn hoop ontwaken. Mijn verstand nog de boven gaat. Spit de maan als een vloed water. Spreek met kracht en gesproken waar.
The plastic, everything.
I just got this actually a nice conversation. Do you mind if this recording, if this what we are talking about goes on my screen?
What?
What we're talking about? Is that recording? Okay with that? If I get any tips, I'll share them with you. Which is because it's an interesting
Look at
conversation.
his belly again.
Yeah,
And your face is
I've got
fuller.
fat.
You look
I've
good.
got fat.
You look
No,
good.
I've got fat, but I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm eating vegetables now. I've lost 2 kilograms the last couple of weeks.
I went on a 21-day fast, except I snooped popcorn, nuts, and so on. I didn't have a meal.
My mic is on. Is that okay? Our conversation was offline. Okay. I'm just gonna lower the music a little bit. This is my brother playing. There we go. Test 1, 2. Yeah. And now kill the. Okay. So what are you saying?
Well, according to the agenda, the coronavirus just steps right in, falls into line. They're using it to scare us into masks, keeping the distance, so that people don't get close anymore. We won't talk as much as could or should. And then they got control over us. And their agenda says that
gonna last? You don't think it's
even
gonna...
at the end of the second quarter, near the end of the second quarter, that's June, there's going to be further deeper lockdowns.
You don't
because
think the
of
lockdowns are going to end?
Because of what do you call it? COVID-21. They've already named it COVID-21.
So you think the whole COVID is made up?
Well, it's not as severe as some, and look at it, less than 1%.
Do you think the virus is a hoax, or do you think that it's created in a laboratory?
They're using it. Oh, that is
Do you think it is?
debatable.
Okay. But they're using it, even if it's
But
natural.
one story that I'd read about the virus having been originated in the States. And then they, we can't be doing that. Obama said, can't be doing that.
Dit heb gekregen.
Look at
Heer,
it.
ga uw gang maar. Mijn lippen gezegend. U
Anyway,
de hand daar. Die me richt op de vrede.
This,
Iedereen is al lang daar waar ik zou moeten wezen.
anyway, and
Maar
they
God
couldn't
heeft
really
iedereen een
further develop it,
gegeven.
so they
Dus
sent
chill
it
ik met
to
deze. En wil
Wuhan.
het vergeten.
Remember that
Vergelijken met
Chinese
anderen.
guy that was arrested
Chillen
at
van
the
die
airport?
Yeah. And they have a laboratory there in Wuhan, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they say now it didn't. It didn't originate there, of course. No, they developed it further there. I think that's where it slipped out of. But you know, of course, the Chinese are going to bury that truth, so or whatever, any blame to them, right? Because then all the countries of the world will sue them for reparations. All I can say. Well, that was big lunch, man.
Test 1, 2, test. Yeah, it's good. Keep it down.
You got a good,
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice having everything back up. I'm just waiting for mic stands. As you can see, I have improvised the mic stand.
Yeah.
It's not ideal. So yeah, I've ordered a bunch of mic stands in from 53 Music Store. They should be here tomorrow, hopefully.
Oh.
And then because that camera usually it hangs like here. This camera hangs here, and so it just shows me. So this is what my stream looks like. If you watch the screen here, I can make this. This is what people see. Full screen. This is what people see at the moment. So do you see those two QR codes? So this is so here's my Bitcoin.com wallet. This is my bank account. So
I downloaded one.
do you see those QR codes? So somebody that is watching, they can be watching me from anywhere in the world. They click send. They click scan a QR code. And they just point it at the screen.
Yeah.
And it took the address. And then they type in, I want to tip this guy $5 or $10. Yesterday I made $200. Yeah, type in $200.
And when you've got that kind of audience all around the world,
I'll show. Do you have your? Let's have some fun with this. Okay, and this is actually good. This is good footage. So this is really good footage. So I'm gonna just point the camera a little more at us. Yeah, this is great footage. This will do very well. Because this is educational stuff, so I can make an educational video out of it. You are on Android?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna send a little bit of money to my own wallet, and then I can do it over. I'll send $50 to my wallet. And I'll show you how cool this stuff is. I'm just gonna send this address to myself.
I thought I had downloaded wallet. Where did it go?
FI50S. Yes, that works. Okay, so now I have it here on Telegram under my saved messages, so I can copy it from there. Copy, select the text. So now I can send to my own wallet. I'll just send everything over. I'll send $20 over to play with, and I'll give you some as well from that, so you have some. That's how we roll in the Bitcoin Cash community. We are not those greedy bastards that want to keep it all for themselves, using the excuse as give us his address too. Oh yeah. See, this guy is watching the stream, eh? So he's commenting. He's like asking for your Bitcoin Cash address because he wants to send you some too. The guy from Belgium.
Yeah. I'm looking for it. Yeah. I did download one last week just to try this. And
so I just sent this from my laptop. You see how it says $20 now? Yeah, because I just sent that from my laptop to my phone.
Oh yeah.
Because now I can use your phone. Like, so can I use your phone for be nice? Okay. And the only thing I have to do for my friend Floyd to get the money to you, I only have to show the QR code on the screen, and then he has it.
Do I look for QR code? Is that what I need?
Well, you need to have this app first. So you need to put that on. So this is called the Bitcoin.com wallet. So Bitcoin.com wallet. That's all you gotta remember.
It's only good with that phone unless I transfer it over to another phone.
Yes.
You told me you've got some.
The money. You see, with the bank has your money, right?
Right.
You don't control it. The bank. I'm gonna send money that goes to your phone, only on your phone. If you destroy your phone, you destroy that money. You're never gonna get it back. This is really different.
Yeah.
There's no passwords or anything. The money is on the phone. Phone gets hacked, money gone. You're in control. Now you have control, but you have responsibility, right? being a bank is not easy, but it can be done. And we learn how to be your own bank. But if bank closes your bank account, what are you gonna do? You have money on your phone. You have your phone with you. You're right. It's that feeling of empowerment that is so cool. So let's go to the App Store or to the the Play Store. So if you want, you can show this to everybody, right? So all you do is you go to the Play Store, you type Bitcoin. Bitcoin.com. Bitcoin.com is the Bitcoin wallet, Bitcoin. See how it's that same symbol there? This already been downloaded over 1 million.
Again, they don't know if it's gonna, what is gonna be the next currency, which one's gonna win, because there's Bitcoin and there's all these other.
One of these will win the race.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be Bitcoin Cash. It's gonna be Bitcoin Cash because
now it's much more developed, like you can deposit it to your bank account like you couldn't before.
Yeah.
It was only on your computer.
Right. That's true. It's becoming easier and easier to use Canadian dollars to get Bitcoin Cash and deal with it. We only have to do that once. You buy some Bitcoin Cash, then you have the Bitcoin Cash, and there you can do whatever you want. You can use the Bitcoin Cash to buy other cryptocurrencies with if you believe that maybe another one will do better, right?
Yeah, a while back I gave some money to XY.
When you first start this, it says, welcome to the world of Bitcoin. Buy, sell, spend, and invest in one safe, simple app. Buy quickly and easy. So you can also use this app at your credit cards to buy directly. Trade and track your investments. Spend your Bitcoin everywhere. Create an account to start. Now, we'll do continue anonymously. Because with this system, they don't need any information, right? So now we have the same as me. You see your balance is $0 US dollars and my balance is 20. So you click receive and I click send.
I wait till you
click receive. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I click send. I scan this code. So I want some back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send it back. I'm not gonna send you everything, but it's just for a test. So I do continue slide to send. There you have it. Payment received. So do that right now. Manual backup. Okay, so now if I would show this to the people on the stream, it will be gone in 5 seconds. Everything. This is the money. These words here, this is your money. It's not a password or anything. These 12 words is that $20 that I spent. So you should, when you get, don't do it here. When you get, don't show this to anybody. When you get home, you take a piece of paper and you write these 12 words in the right order. You write them down here. And then you keep that piece of paper safe where nobody can see it. Because the moment somebody sees it, they can take it. Then it's going to change.
There's 12 of them, and to try to arrange it that way would be difficult for you. It's like,
Yes, well, first of all, every word is one word out of 5,000 possible words. Then there's 12 words, and then there's, so to get that, like, you'd have to spend all of eternity to arrange them to get lucky to find some Bitcoin.
Never share this phrase with anyone.
Yes.
Use that.
But if we don't do, I mean, right now it's not going to matter because, so, I mean, you have the money now. So, let's try out my stream, right? So, come over here with your phone. So, imagine you're watching my stream. Now you click send. So imagine you're somebody who's watching my stream and I make music that you like. And so you select Bitcoin Cash, right? So click Bitcoin Cash. Scan the QR code. Now scan that code there with your phone. Okay, you have to click allow first. Yeah. And then scan that code there. Okay, and now do send all.
Send all.
Yeah.
Continue.
Hold on, we're going to do it a different way actually. Can you go back? We're gonna do it a different way. I mean, this works, but it's cooler. My stream reacts to it if we do it a different way. Do you see here how it says tip.bitcoin/cash? Yeah, so we're going to go there for a sec. Hold on. So we're going to go to tip.bitcoin.cash. So here you have a bunch of streamers. I'm just going to log in. So these are a bunch of people that are streaming on Twitch and stuff.
Twitch.
Yeah, and like Facebook, and we're live on Facebook. We're live on Facebook right now. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We're live on 4 websites right now. So so this is my profile. So we're gonna do it through this website. So now somebody that wants to tip me can send. This is my own. This is my own money. This is my own money. This is my own. Send to Raymond and back. There we go. So now we'll do 15. So you can keep 5. Tip with Bitcoin Cash. Now let's we're gonna go back. Go back. Send.
Okay, you gotta start over again. Yeah.
Okay, so now scan that. Allow. So now scan that code there. And now slide to send.
Somebody just paid you
There it is.
cash.
See how that works? So now everybody on the stream sees that message
But the Bitcoin, it says somebody just sent you $15, so it gives it to you in your currency. Here.
No, it just looks at the current exchange rate and it calculates it to whatever it is in US dollars.
Oh,
so that,
US.
Yeah, so if the price of Bitcoin Cash goes up 100% in like an hour, then I look in my wallet and it says I have $30. If it crashes down 50%, then I look in my wallet tomorrow, it will say I have $7.50. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can see here what. So now you can see that you have. So you can see you have 5. Yeah. But if you look at the Bitcoin Cash price,
used 45 cents, 0.45.
So if you look at the Bitcoin Cash price, like we can take it in Canadian dollars. So this is in US dollars, right? But since you deal with Canadian dollars, you go to settings here.
Here, US.
Oh yeah, and exploit. So we're gonna film this QR code now, so Sploit has it. So hold on. Yeah, it's my friend, the guy who's on the other end who's watching.
Oh.
So I don't know, might be watching on YouTube. So guys, this is Raymond, his QR code. See, we can make sure it works because I can. Hold on. The brightness. I don't know if the brightness. Is
Yeah,
good.
the brightness. Yeah, you need the.
Yeah, can you here try scan your own QR code by clicking scan QR code, and
That's it there.
I'll yeah.
Okay.
Is this gonna work?
Scan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then point it at the replay of. Does it do it? No. Let me change my lighting settings of the other camera. Yeah. That's higher quality. Try it there. It's tricky because I'm moving it around.
Yeah, stop moving. I tried to follow it, but you're moving.
Yeah, but it's a wide angle camera, so it distorts it. So I have to but I can change the lighting settings on my non-wide angle camera. So webcam, configure video, exposure. Okay, and let's make it bigger. Okay, let's try it again now.
Oh, wait, just went out.
Your
Just
phone
gotta-
went up. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, this might work.
Go back.
Yeah. Is it scanning it?
It's scanning it, but it's
Nope,
not
it's still
registering.
Yeah, so that's the problem with that. It's not working. That's the problem with low quality. But you can also what you can also do is you can just click copy here. You see how it ends with 4Z3.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, just go on Facebook and press paste. Or what I could also do, I guess I could just take a picture of it as well. Oh, I could just, or hold on, I'll just scan it with scan a QR code. Here, let me scan your code again, and then I'll copy it from there.
Directly.
Okay.
Bingo. Yeah.
Oh, but I think, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, so you send it, but it came from your phone. So I would have it. So I should have it in my wallet actually.
Mm-hmm.
What you sent me. So let me just make that.
ACH wallet. So I would. I need to press this receive to. Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, so on my wallet, you see how it is there, that $13? That's it.
Uh-huh.
So if we go to view on Block Explorer, we can move that here. So here's that transaction that we made when you send that back to me, right?
Uh-huh.
So then here is yeah. So that is hold on. Sorry for the interruption. What was it? On your phone?
4Z3.
How do you make your phone up go on? Yeah, see, that's the same address there. You see? Yeah, so that's the same address. Okay, so now I have your address. So now I can just take.
Wow, that's a lot to just memorize. You can't.
Well, I mean, this is we're doing it a little bit tricky at the moment. File, save as. I gotta override my own QR code. I'd be streaming for a month and you'd get all my money. QR code Raymond. Okay, so now now that we have it, we can put the QR code. We'll just swap them over. I know that's not a good idea actually. I'll just add image here. I'll do QR code Raymond. And then I take that image. QR code Raymond. There we go. Now it's on stream. There we go. So Bitcoin. So yeah, he's gonna send you something now. So it will, because it will scan for him. Yeah. So that works. So this is scannable by. This should be scannable by Sploit. So yeah, it's my friend.
Okay, that's. It's
Now
not
we can sit down.
It's not a network.
No, this is a guy in Belgium who's watching my stream because he likes my music.
What time is it over there?
8 hours later.
I got friends in Belgium, 2 lady friends I met in Sweden maybe or somewhere.
Right.
And they came and visited me in Ontario. But I forgot their names because they're in my book. somebody got hold of it, or I lost it along the way. Here, Canada, Alberta. Yeah. All my memories, all my journal for my 3 years. Gone. Could have written a book on it. Just the one girl read it, said, you could write a book. You know, never took the time.
So anyway, 2 years ago, in February 2019, we bought Bitcoin Cash for about 126 Canadian dollars. Now we're close to 1,000.
I thought it was 45.
That is Bitcoin.
Bitcoin Core?
That's the one everybody knew.
Oh, okay.
2017, what used to be Bitcoin died, split into two separate.
2017, eh?
Yeah, in August 2017, the old Bitcoin died, split into two networks.
Like around 2010, I think, there was a shop across the road from this bank I dealt with. And when I first looked at it on the internet,
So here's what we think happened. So if the current elite and all the bankers, if they allow economic freedom to everybody, if they allow everybody to transact with one another for like 1/10 of a cent in fees, no friction, instant,
How are you doing?
they lose financial
My name
control
is
over the world, right? Because
tonight in the dark
then we can send stuff directly without having to go through the bank.
why would they allow that? Because they want
Exactly,
control.
exactly. So what did they do? They poured a lot of money into Bitcoin to corrupt it, to change software around. So now you have Bitcoin Core that everybody's talking about it because they bump up the price. But what people don't tell you, if I would have made that transaction now over Bitcoin Core, all my money would have been gone in transaction.
Thank you.
It's not a percentage of that amount?
No, it's fixed.
Fixed, eh?
Yeah, so they came in 2015, they took over our communities, they kicked everybody out, they took over the websites, they kicked everybody out, and they changed the stuff. So we had to react to that. It took us 3 years to reorganize, regroup. 2017, we reacted, split the network. So now we're back on how Bitcoin was in 2015 for us, but we could use it as money. But everybody that on the news that's talking about Bitcoin, they're talking about something that is unusable as money. It has a limit on it. So that limit is 400,000 transactions a day. So you go with Bitcoin Core for the whole world, it allows just 400,000 transactions a day. So if you have 100 million people that want to use it in one day, it's not going to work, right? So we don't have that limit.
Oh.
So we can get 100 million users, 200 million users, we get a billion users, we can get everybody in Africa, everybody in Asia, all the developed nations. I mean, if you live in, do you think let's say you live in Nigeria, do you really think you can afford to make Bitcoin transaction when you have to pay $10, $15, $20 per transaction? Can you afford that? Imagine, you know how when you go to a Canadian bank, they charge fees, right? When you use right, you have to pay an amount a month and they get a number of transactions, right? Imagine if they would charge you 10, 15, 20 Canadian dollars every time you pay for it.
Yeah. That's what I like about seniors. Like, I'm with service for 45 years. You get free checking and ATM.
So this, what you have on your phone right now, is not 100% free. You are paying a fee, but that fee is 1/10 of a cent. So 1 Canadian cent
Per dollar?
No, per transaction.
Oh, what does it?
You send $1, you send 10 cents, you send $100, you send $100 million worth of Bitcoin Cash. The fee is 1/10 of a cent. Now, if we get enough users, it's going to slowly go up. Might go to 1 cent. Might even maybe hit 5 cents. But we're trying to keep it like, or when it will cost you 1 cent to send that's when our alarm bells go off, and we'll make sure that we have more growth capacity again. And that's the difference between the Bitcoin BTC that everybody talks about, that's at 60,000 Canadian dollars, and the Bitcoin Cash. And of course, from our perspective, we are the original because that's how it was sold to them, right? Even if you read the original document, it's talking about how, like small, tiny transactions of 10 cents on the internet are not possible because of the overhead costs of the bank and all the fees, right? So Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin to be a solution to this problem. But now, what Bitcoin has turned into is worse than the solution. So from our perspective, we are the original because we still work out west. And we understand very well that the banks and the elite had to do something to stop the masses from gaining freedom.
Mm-hmm.
So you join Bitcoin Cash, you're part of the resistance.
Oh yeah, okay. I like
But you
that.
have to deal with maybe people that make fun of you for that, because there's a lot of propaganda.
Right, yeah.
People will call you names and make fun of you and stuff.
But more and more, in fact, even, is it even car dealers will take Bitcoin? Yeah, Tesla.
Yeah.
Tesla, you bought, they put $1.5 billion in
You
there.
see, if you can afford a Tesla, you can afford to make a $50,000 transaction and pay it $25,000. I can't afford a Tesla. So imagine if the Bitcoin that is at 60,000 Canadian takes over the whole world, your bank account is gone. Now you go to a supermarket, you want to buy a bread. The bread is $2. It's actually beyond that is $100. Now you're paying $102 for your bread. How poor will the poor get when we have debt? So it's up to you. But I've joined the resistance. I mean, like, I have seen these people come in to my community and take over and use old money to corrupt the new system and spread propaganda, spread lies about people and spread fake news about it. And they ripped the whole community apart. And 90% they kicked out, and they continued with that 10% that they started brainwashing them. But now we're at the point that everybody in the world wants to start to use Bitcoin. And now people see that what we were doing, that we were right. Because when they did it back then, the transaction fees of both were the same. But because ours allows for as much use as the system wants itself, and the other one has been limited by the banks to make sure that everybody has to pay high fees. Now people are starting to see different.
So that wallet in my phone, if somebody steals my phone, they can use that? There's no password or something?
You can protect it with a password, and you can protect your phone with it. And then you gotta make a backup by putting those 12 words on a piece of paper. But nobody can ever see that piece of paper. But you can make a picture of it. You can't have it lay in front of you when you're on Skype, because through a camera somebody can see it. You have to cover up that piece of paper. People are safe. Just keep it in your wallet, because if it slips out, somebody finds it. If they recognize it, your money's gone. So that's your backup.
What would they do? They just copy those?
Yes, they copy those into their own wallet, and then the same amount of, then they have access to exactly the same amount of money that you have. So they just send it to their own wallet that you do not.
Wow.
But you want to make a backup, because if you have money on your phone and you drop your phone in water and it dies, you lose that money, and that money's gone forever. So you want to have a backup, but that backup, you gotta find a good place in your house where you can hit that so nobody can find it.
So you can link this with your computer, laptop, can you?
Yeah.
So if you lose your phone, you've got it on your laptop, you can transfer.
That's possible as well. Yeah, I have a system set up where I have a computer that cannot go on the internet. And I have some Bitcoin Cash up there. Because it cannot go on the internet, that means hackers cannot get it. And if I can make it, and I can make a transaction from my laptop here, but that doesn't work until I sign that transaction. To sign it, I need to put the transaction on a thumb drive, then go to my offline computer and then sign it there. It's the same as with a bank, right? If you are a millionaire and you want to move $100 million from one bank to the other bank, and the guy that just started working yesterday, he will not have the permission to do that. His signature is not valid on that because he started working there yesterday. So he'll have to go higher up until he finds the person that can put the signature on that transaction that is valid. And the transaction, just people are out of the equation. So just think about what this is going to mean for automation for banks, because like if you look at the amount of business and money that flows through my laptop right now, because I'm making websites, I'm sending money, I'm sending Bitcoin Cash to Venezuela, I'm paying people, I'm getting paid by people. I have passive income here, passive income there. I have a system here that generates money, a system there. I can do all of that with just one laptop and computer program, which means that theoretically, if people write me the proper computer programs, I can do everything that all the Canadian banks do in Red Deer, just all on my one laptop. No need to hire any employee anymore. So it means that like when it comes to automation, within 20 years, everybody who works for a bank is going to get fired because they'll just be replaced by a piece of software. There's no stopping that. I mean, first, what is going to happen is people are going to use banks less and less because they're losing their monopoly position on money. Because a nerd like me I'm building a new monopoly position on money. Because you don't understand how this stuff works, and I do. So that's my monopoly position. People come to me because they don't know how it works. So I can train on people if I'm a nice guy, but then I lose my monopoly position. But I'm a nice guy, I want to train on people and show them how to do this themselves. And this is going to just mean that banks will start losing revenue. But there's a solution how they can save money. They can join our system and they can fire their people and they can replace them with software. So that's what's going to happen. There's no stopping. It won't happen tomorrow, maybe not 5 years from now, but within 10, 20 years, I don't see how anybody can stop it. Banks will just look at the expenses they have. They'll see that they start losing money. They see that they can just fire employees and have them replaced by software because of this new system that is also losing them money at the same time. They'll take the money that you deposited and they'll start buying cryptocurrency without you even knowing that they buy cryptocurrency. Or you have your money at the bank, the dollar crashes to zero, the Canadian dollar crashes to zero. The bank is like, hey, yeah, we still have money for you. It's worthless now, but we still have it. You want it back? That's what's going to happen. They're not going to let you know when they do that, though. They're going to keep that a secret, right?
But that's why I bought silver and gold,
Yeah.
because that'll be a currency.
Yes, but it's hard to pay for stuff.
It's having that weight in your pocket.
Yes, exactly. And this is a way better system. So this is like having silver and gold that you can just send over the internet. That's what this is.
Yeah. Gold will only be good for on the spot purchases, not digitally or Wow. Yeah, okay. What I didn't like about it before was that you had to go to a store that had a pizza shop that dealt with Bitcoin to buy a pizza or to use your Bitcoin. You had to make purchases with it. You couldn't just store it in your bank and let it accumulate and transfer it to your bank account before. Now you can't.
No, you can still not send it to a bank account.
That's the Bitcoin core.
But same with Bitcoin Cash. You cannot send this to a bank. You can be your own bank.
Yeah.
This phone is a bank now. There's $5 in here. This $5 is in the phone. It's not somewhere out there. It's in your phone right now. This phone is a bank account.
So you were saying a while back that you could, you're getting people to invest and you were going to work that up and
yes,
you were going to take a commission off it? And
yes, if I make profit. But I do it with very limited amounts. I do a minimum of 100 Canadian and a maximum of 5. I just do that to show people how it can be done.
What do you do to make it work?
I'll show you. I'll show you the process. I'll show it here on my laptop. First, we need to buy some Bitcoin Cash from somebody that has it, right? So I go to Virgo and we'll do this on the screen here. Yeah, Ethereum as well. Yeah. So this is my Virgo account right here. I have no funds, so I just do fund. There we go, and that's the information I need to make an e-transfer. So I just e-transfer the money, and then it shows up. And then I go to advanced trade, and I select. So you can see that here. You can see. I'll show you the. So fund. So here,
What
if
site
we
do you have this on? You've got on Canada's
Yeah.
most trusted crypto. Okay.
So for Bitcoin, they have this minimum. So with them, for Bitcoin Core, BTC, they have a minimum that if you have less than $92, you cannot even send it to your own bank. I mean, to your own phone. And then look at the fees. Look at that. If you send them $100, 43 of that goes
The fee.
is the fee. So, but then if we take Bitcoin Cash, so fund, so we go to Bitcoin Cash. Here's Bitcoin Cash withdrawal. They have a minimum of 01 BC. They have a minimum of $9, and they have a fee of. Okay. They have a fee of $5. Which is, that's not the network fee. This is, they make money that way. But once, so you only pay that once. That's just how they make money. But then once you have the Bitcoin Cash on your wallet, then it's free. And then when you send it to other people and send it around, you'll only be paying 1/10 of a cent. And you can see that here. Those payments that I made for you, where was it? This one here. You can see it here that the fees that were paid on the transaction were under 1 cent.
Under 1 cent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Canadian or American.
Yeah. So you only need to use Virgo once. So
Virgo.
Yeah. So you only need to use them once. You e-transfer them, you buy Bitcoin Cash, then you get it on your own phone. But here's the problem that people have. People are not used to keeping their phones safe. They might put an app on there that's a virus. People don't know how to keep their computers safe. They might download a program that's a virus. I know how to keep my computer safe because I'm a huge nerd. This is why I help people with investing into Bitcoin Cash in such a way that they can't lose money on it because of the experience that I have. And this is why I promise people that if they invest with me, I'll promise you won't lose money on it because I have money apart and I only do a number of people at the same time. So even if it crashes to zero, I have money available that I can use to pay people back with. And then I invested into Bitcoin Cash, but I also trade with it. Like if the Bitcoin Cash price goes really high, maybe that day I might sell it back to Canadian dollars. And then the price goes low again, and then I might buy back the Bitcoin Cash again. If you do that multiple times a week, that's just trading, right?
It's just like a stock.
Yes. But with a stock, it's not like a stock, it's like a foreign exchange. You know how the Canadian dollar is traded against the Chinese yen and against it's like that. Because it's cryptocurrency. It's not crypto stock. If you buy Bitcoin Cash, you don't become owner of a company. There is no company. Bitcoin Cash is no company. There's no company, right?
It's a bank. It's a wallet.
It's a global system that nobody controls. Just individual computers that all connect with one another.
Oh.
It's not easy to understand.
No, eh?
It's hard.
So, to get it in my laptop, of course, I could get a code, a QR code, to match my phone, or?
You have to decide what you want to do first. You want to dive right in and put some of your money in and you be completely responsible for what happens to it? You just go to Virgo and you make an account there and then you do whatever. Or you can decide to go through me first, transfer me some money to get you started. Then I'll do some investing and some trading with it, and then anytime you can ask back your money or your Bitcoin Cash.
So you just trade on the coin itself, the Bitcoin itself. Yeah. Because you're keeping an eye on it.
Yes, I keep an eye on it. Yeah,
just like a financial analyst may
exactly
decide to sell or buy.
Exactly. Exactly. But I am not just doing this because Bitcoin Cash is not an investment tool in the first place. It's supposed to be money. That's its primary purpose. Of course, if it becomes money, then everybody can make the calculation and look at that there's only 21 million Bitcoin Cash available. That supply cannot change. And if you want to have the whole world economy run on that, then you can make the calculation of how much one Bitcoin Cash is going to be worth. Then we're speaking one Bitcoin Cash is worth $1 million or $10 million, right? So people realize that. So then they buy Bitcoin Cash as an investment tool. But if everybody just buys it as an investment tool without it turning into money, then it never happened. So that's the catch-20 situation. So what do? We invest into it, but we also use it as money. So we buy stuff. You can go online and you can buy stuff with Bitcoin Cash directly.
Right.
You can go to certain places already in Red Deer in Canada where there's people like me that will accept it as money. You can buy a car off of them or a bicycle, right? So now we're doing both. We're growing it as money, and because we're growing it as money, we attract more users, more transactions are being made, the value of it goes up. So with Bitcoin Cash, you join the network and then you create your own value by using it as money. The more you use it as money, the more the value of it goes up. You have to do both. If you don't do both, then one day you're going to get a call from me that will say, "Yeah, I'm sorry, but it went wrong, and the price of Bitcoin Cash crashed 99% just 1 hour ago." That's bound to happen. Because if you only use it as an investment tool, it just becomes one big bubble and then.
Yeah. That's why I didn't want to go into it. But something along that line, but not as much as you explained it there. Yeah.
So now, like, I'm meeting with a guy from Venezuela tomorrow over the internet.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to work for me. I'm going to pay him $200 a month, and he's going to do web development. If I'd have to hire somebody in Canada for web development, that's going to cost me way more than $200 a month, right? But in Venezuela, the amount of food you can buy with $200 US, you can buy the equivalent of maybe $2,000 worth of Canadian food here, over there. And the Venezuelan currency has huge inflation problems. So this guy doesn't want to get paid in his own currency. He wants to get paid in either dollars or something that holds its value better than dollars, right? So we believe Bitcoin Cash is something that can hold its value better than even a dollar. Because the dollar is also just inflation, right? You just look at minimum wages, they're still the same in the United States like 30 years ago, right? But rent has gone up and food has gone up. So now everybody that is making minimum wage needs 3 jobs just to survive.
But you right now, like you don't pay your rent with Bitcoin, do you? You pay with cash.
No, because try convincing that dinosaur to accept Bitcoin Cash. You know what I'm saying? But that might come in the future, but it won't be 100%.
But you didn't get him into
it will be with a mixture. It will be like, Shane, how about we take 10% of the rent off, and I'll pay you 11% in Bitcoin Cash or 50% cash, right? So now I'm paying you more in rent, but a percentage of it is in Bitcoin Cash that I'll send to maybe 2 or 3 years while I'm going to maybe he would go for a system like that. So and if I might buy a house in a couple of years, and if I rent that out, I make the same deal to my renters. I feel like, hey, so look, you can pay me everything in Canadian dollars, but if you pay me a percentage in Bitcoin Cash, I'll give you a discount on your rent. I can make it 10% cheaper for you. But you have to then every month you have to take for your Canadian dollars. Find the guy that has Bitcoin Cash, buy some off of him, then give me the Bitcoin Cash. And then that guy is doing work for me, and I give him a discount for it in rent. Then I don't have to find the guy and buy Bitcoin Cash. So he's investing for me because I get the Bitcoin Cash, and for the trouble he has to do to get Bitcoin Cash, I give him a discount on his rent. It's a great system.
Yeah, you're becoming a merchant as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you know,
I'll take some Bitcoin.
I'm a musician, and this is like busking outside.
Yeah.
Because of coronavirus, I cannot go busk outside, so I busk here. People pay me through that. Isn't that amazing?
It's more comfortable too.
It is way more
A
comfortable.
lot easier than going to set up someplace and somebody coming along and
I can tell you, I have never in my life received $200 busking all at once. Never happened. The most I ever got was a guy that pulled a $100 bill in front of my nose, and when I wanted to grab it, he took it away because he was being mean. So the biggest bill I ever got was maybe 50 Canadian dollars. But I got $200 yesterday. And then the Bitcoin Cash price went up, so now it's $250. So, you know, so it should, it
But you
should
can't
benefit.
buy it buy into it as an investment. You've got to use it. That's what I
You
was
do
told
both.
back then.
You do both. See, you buy into it as an investment, but if you yourself start using it as money, then you are creating value for for your own system that you bought in. You become a participant in a new merchant system, right? And that's the thing. All the Bitcoin Cash that you have cannot be bought by somebody else because there's a finite supply. And what happens when the demand for Bitcoin Cash goes up, but the finite supply stays the same? The value of it goes up, right? Because it's demand and supply, right? So you yourself can help with making sure that there is a low supply for Bitcoin Cash. All you gotta do is not sell it again, right? You just hold it. When you hold it, somebody else cannot buy it. And so eventually you get to a time and place in the world where, since now you can buy everything at every place with Bitcoin Cash, you don't have to sell it anymore. You just use it as money. That's the world that we want to work for. And so I explained this to you. Once you have an understanding, you explain it to the next guy. If those 2 people explain it to 2 other people, we're at 4 people, and then we're at 8 people, and then we're at 16 people, and so it grows rapidly fast. Look at the transactions, right? We've had such an explosion. Here, look at this. BitInfo chart. So these are the Bitcoin Core transactions, right? So we started with no transactions here, right? Look, 2009, 1 transaction a day. In 2012, 20,000 transactions a day.
A day.
Yeah. So in 2015, the hijackers came, right there. And this is the top point where they hijacked.
Oh yeah, and then it crashed.
And then it became too expensive to use, so it's limited. So it took us years to rebuild. So
Who
we had to.
rebuilt it? Sakamoto? Or?
No, he disappeared.
Oh.
But his idea lives with us.
Oh, okay.
So within the Bitcoin Cash community, we say to each other, we're all Satoshi. We are all Satoshi. Yeah. So here you can see, so because of COVID, we've had an explosion in the last couple of while of transactions. It's just going exponential now.
Oh. Oh wow, eh? Yeah.
And so we're going to try work towards having 100 million users.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you could still call them users. Just merchants and people that buy and sell.
How many did you know of here in Red Deer?
Not too many.
Not too many. Yeah.
Chad McDonald has been dabbling a little bit in it, but he went all in on Litecoin. I don't understand that, but
Litecoin.
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 Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interests now, and you know, Richard from the travel agency, he wants to start accepting it as money, so people, you can buy a book of flight and pay with Bitcoin Cash. I have a website with bounties on it for right here. Right? Maybe you can find me a pizza place, and there's some free money for you. Here also. So I build websites. Well, I tell people to build websites. I don't build them myself because I don't know how to do them.
My son used to do that as a.
Look, we have $1,000 for Spokane right now. That's a nice bounty, but we have some Canadians. So Red Deer is $30. So if you can find me a place that sells pizza in Red Deer, and you can
or anything.
No, this is only for pizza.
Only for pizza. Okay, I see pizza.
But if you find me anybody else, I'll pay you for that as well. If you can convince any merchants that has pizza in their menu, any restaurant or bar that also sells pizza.
There's a new pizza place just opened up.
If you can convince them that they put on the sticker that says we accept Bitcoin Cash, then half of this bounty goes to them, so they get $15 and you get $15.
Oh.
But for Red Deer, it's small. But I have a city in here, Spokane. We have a bounty for Spokane that is at 1.3 Bitcoin Cash right now. That's $1,000 US. So any day now, I'm waiting for a pizza place from Spokane that contacts me and be like, yeah, hey, we accept Bitcoin Cash now.
Well, they would call you? They wouldn't just call somebody that they know over there that's in Bitcoin, like a Bitcoin shop?
Well, I mean,
Like I've seen in Edmonton.
if they, I mean, nobody knows about my website yet, but as soon as a pizza place in Spokane knows that they can get a reward if they just start accepting Bitcoin Cash as money, then I should get a call. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, an email. The website only has my email address.
And anything in Sudbury, Ontario? No.
Sudbury.
Canada.
No,
You
these
don't
are
have
the
very
cities
much.
that we have in Canada
Only
right now.
the
We have
Kelowna,
Calgary,
Toronto,
Toronto,
Saint-
Vancouver,
Saint
Florida.
Stephen, Canada.
Yeah.
Where the heck is that? Saint Stephen.
Somewhere.
Edmonton, right there.
Our biggest bounty is for Vancouver right now. But, you know, if the Bitcoin Cash price goes up another 10 times, this bounty for Vancouver turns into 1,000 Canadian. I think that's not going to be a problem, right?
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Well, some mind there.
So yeah, you just let me know what you want to do.
Yeah.
My minimum is $100 and my maximum is $500.
Uh-huh.
And at any time you can either ask your Canadian dollars back or the equivalent in Bitcoin Cash. I can send that directly to your phone if you want to try it yourself. And what I try to do is I try to turn that 500 into maybe 600, 700, maybe 1,000. And I give you your money back plus a little bit of profit. When I
A
do,
little bit of the profit, yeah.
yes, you know, maybe I'll give you 600 back, right? Or 590 because I take 10% profit. So when I give you 600 back, I take $10 for myself, so I give you 590 back. But then there would still be about 400 left if I get to 1,000.
Yeah.
Keep that in Bitcoin Cash. I keep trading with it, and then I make a wallet, give that your name, save that onto my own system, and then I just try to keep growing it. So then I'm your banker. And every time I, if that goes well, once in a while I pay you from profit, and every time I pay you from profit, I take 10% for myself. And that way, you have your money back. I open a new slot for somebody, so you're no longer a liability for me, because you have your money back with profit. The only thing you could lose is profit. If I trade wrong, you could lose your profit. So, yeah, that's a system I offer to people right now. That's going well. It's going so well that I need my own office, and after that a broker's license, right? Because then I need to start doing that in such a way that I cannot be liable for losing people's money, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I want to be able to deal with way bigger amounts than just like $500 Canadian per person, right? I want to have a guy that has $1 million that wants to invest. So I gotta kind of start a brokerage firm, right? Become my own hedge fund, but you need the license and everything for that. So I'm working towards that, but that might take some while. Go have some training, take tests, all that kind of stuff. It might take a year before I know that. You gotta keep it small enough right now.
I know I took the business admin finance course. Sure, I could probably, I see banks, I was hoping to get my further training at a bank, paid for by a bank. Like for me to go to financial planning means I gotta pay, you take the course and then exam and such. Whereas with the bank, well, then they would pay for me to develop and then I get my license.
The best thing about this system is that it's completely permissionless. No government can be like, hey, you need a degree, you need to go to school, you need to pay a fee, you need to get a license. You start doing it because the network is open. You download the software, you're on the network. You don't need a username and a password to connect to the network. Nobody can stop you from connecting to the network, just like the internet, right? Once you have an internet, who can stop you from connecting to a Wi-Fi, right? To an open Wi-Fi.
Unless we get a, what do you call that? Just the term escapes me.
EMP?
EMP, yeah. EMP.
Yeah, but if we had an EMP, everything in society is gone, right?
And that's where gold and silver come in.
Yeah, but but when you buy gold and silver, do you actually get the gold and silver, or you just get an IOU for the gold and silver? Do you get the physical gold and silver?
I got gold, the silver coins and the gold bar, you know.
Okay, well maybe not.
I put it in the safety deposit box, which cost me but it's in.
Yeah,
I was wondering where to keep it, you know. Then I found out the bank. It's only $35 for a year.
So
okay, that's decent.
If an EMP happens and all society crashes to zero, don't you think that a whole bunch of people are just going to storm that building where you have your deposit box and steal everything from there?
They need 2 keys to get into it.
But if society breaks down and police doesn't get paid and the army doesn't get paid and it all becomes chaos, like who's going to prevent people from just storming that building and bombing everything that's in there? How are you going to have your gold and silver then?
Yeah.
This you can memorize, those 12 seats, that private key. What you can do is you can memorize that and then you can just throw your phone. Now you have 5 doors in your head. It's only there in your head. How are you going to get it out of your head?
How can I get it out of my head?
Well, you've memorized it. You have memorized 12 words. You can get it out of your head by writing it down, taking a new app, putting it in the app, bam, you got your money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that how I'd set it up on my laptop with those 10 letters or 10 names?
Yeah. You can download the software on your laptop, put in those codes, and now the system you have on your laptop is the same as on your wallet. When you make a payment from your laptop, it goes away from your phone, and when you make a payment from your phone, it goes away from your laptop.
If they're both on.
If you use the same seed for both, yes. Yeah. And there it opens up so many possibilities, but you need to have a little bit like that mindset of a guy like that, very fluid with computers, otherwise it's
And you would need an EFT.
EFT?
Yeah, like digital bank transfer to start.
Oh, yeah, to get the Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, you need to. I mean,
Yeah.
not necessarily. I mean, you could give me $100 Canadian today, and I send you the Bitcoin Cash. Like, I can sell it to you as well. You don't have to deal with you want to buy some right now. Give me $40. I'll give you $40 worth of Bitcoin Cash with the current market prices, and then you have it.
Well, yeah, I don't know. But you got to use it.
That way, I can pay my rent in Bitcoin Cash just directly. I just find 10 people that all want to buy it the same day as I have to pay my rent, then I pay through them. Right? She gets the money, but my rent's paid. But from my perspective, I use Bitcoin Cash for it. Right?
Wow. All right. Okay. Well, I did bring some money in cash. I thought, I sort of invested with you in cash and see how that works and go from there.
Sure. So I have my maximum is $500, my minimum is $100. And also, like, I'm the one that decides when I give you your money back. And I try to do that as fast as possible because as soon as I give you your money back with profit, then I have another open slot. Then you're no longer a liability on my books, right? Because if it crashes, I owe you $500, right?
Oh yeah.
As soon as I can get that off my books, I will contact you and I will get you some more money back than you gave me, hopefully, or the same. But like if you become too much of a liability, I might probably be like, hey, here's your money back, sorry, but. Because right now we're in a market where everything goes up, but when we go into a market where everything goes down, my dynamic changes, right? There's a lot of quick phone calls to people and be like, hey, here's your money back, 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 right? Because I don't want to be liable for failing. I can pay for 5,000 Canadian at the moment, set that aside, but I don't want to pay for 5,000 Canadian, right? That's my risk, right? And my reward is that if there's profit, I take 10% off just the profit.
Anyway, I was worried that as soon as January 1 was going to come, the price of gas was going to go up. So I came back from Edmonton. I filled up the van with gas. It took almost a full month and a week maybe for the price of gas went up.
yeah, it's going up nicely now. Right?
$1.08 now instead of 99.
Because of the pipeline being cancelled, eh?
Probably $8. I bought 94.9 the Esso there.
So where do you live now? Are you still the leader of Lazarus house?
Yeah.
But you moved to Edmonton for a while?
No, I just went up to visit my son on
okay.
January 30th.
You were just like, get some cheap gas in, because Edmonton you can get it the cheapest.
I thought it was cheaper here.
It was?
It was,
I know a place in Edmonton that is always the cheapest in Alberta, or very close by. If I pass through Edmonton, I always fill everything there.
Where is that?
don't find it. I use Gas Buddy, and Gas Buddy shows me.
Yeah. I didn't try Gas Buddy. So I went to Hughes because I had 4 cents a liter off card, and but I still was still cheaper here. So I came here, I filled up, and I put $2 in to wash the van. But that spray never ended, man. I was washing the car over and over and over again. I didn't use the brush because I thought it was going to end any time, right? Because I know how fast it runs out. But it kept on going. Okay, so I got it nice and clean. Which is because after January 30th, it was slushy. Yeah. Anyway, because I got the van because Kathy's gone to visit her sister in DC, so I'm in the van, which is great. Went up there to visit my son, spend the night with him. The morning.
Yeah, your own car though, man. I mean, I have a car now.
Oh, you do, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you, right?
Got a car last year.
Uh-huh.
I've had my license for 10 years.
Uh-huh.
So.
But then with the license, with the car, comes insurance, maintenance, giving people rides.
I know. But it pays itself back.
Yeah?
It does. It does.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay. So, is it just like one room downstairs at the
Yes.
River Valley?
But it's not about that. It's about having that sign up.
Yeah.
I want people, I want people in Bradford to see that street because they see Bitcoin in the news, but that seems so far away. But then they walk down the street, they see the Bitcoin Cash cryptocurrency learning center. They're like, wow, it's getting closer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then people walk in, I'm going to be there and answer their questions. And I will train up people that want to do what I do themselves for free. But at the same time, I will attract investors inside. Right? So, you know, I will give it 6 months. Within 6 months, that place needs to pay back for itself. I'm not going to just pay $300 a month for it. I'm going to be in there for 6 months. And in 6 months, I need to be able to get enough revenue that my own business pays for the rent I have to pay. And then I'll make that an offer me tonight. I start paying 10-15% of the Bitcoin Cash. I'll give you a premium. I'll pay you higher rent if you allow me to pay a percentage of my rent into Bitcoin Cash. And if he says you can pay me 100% Bitcoin Cash, if you pay me a 5% premium, deal.
That's lower price. Yeah, the owner child was there for a while. Now he's renting a house that Tim owns. And got a nice place. No, he's got a nice porch, screened in. Yeah, got a nice barbecue there.
Yeah, I'm the one who told him about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It took me years before he realized that was right. In 2017, when it went to 20,000, I remember when my highest we bought it was at 100, now it's at 1,000. So you guys can be right. I don't know how much money he's making with it. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah, he's making money on his own, like in computer work. And he's fixed up one laptop of mine. And because I dropped it on the edge, plug-in. Finally, the plug-in was working fine, but I taped it so it wouldn't get any dirt in there. Because the plastic was gone and the edge.
What did they charge you for fixing it?
Well, that one, because it didn't want to start again. He had to take the hard drive out, plugged it into another laptop.
Anyway, next time you have a laptop fixing, figure out what his rate is. I'll charge you only 50% of that. You gotta pay me in Bitcoin Cash.
There you go.
You gotta find them some Bitcoin Cash from somebody, buy it from them, and then you get a 50% discount if you pay me in Bitcoin.
Okay. All right.
Because I can fix, used to work for him, I can fix computers. I mean, he usually just hires somebody to fix them for him.
Oh, really? Okay. Like you said, you worked at it for X number of time, you know, and his regular price would be $200, but because it's me,
That's a lot of money on fixing just a laptop. Because I bet you that laptop was probably not even worth $200.
I get these calls from the state thing. I never want to answer. Who's going to call me from the states?
I wonder how much of what we talked about is actually on the recording now with my sound, with my music playing over the background of it.
When I've answered these, there's nobody there.
Yeah, it's annoying. I get these. I got a new number, and within 2 months you start getting these robocalls, right? All these scams, people that say that once a day or every 2 or 3 days somebody calls me, the robo voice that claims they're from the government. Or, yeah. They want me to buy an iTunes gift card to pay my taxes. So I block all their numbers, but they always call me from a new number. So.
They're all digital numbers, probably. You know.
Yeah, they can get an infinite amount of those numbers, right?
Number, yeah. Okay, here. Well, it's like a little bit of an investment. It just gets it going, and like you said.
Hey, and thanks for the content. I don't know how usable the content is, but that's going on my YouTube channel. That's going on Facebook. And if I get any tips for this content, I will share 50% with you. And you know your QR code is still in it, so if people want to tip you directly, they can just tip you over the QR code. You'll get it. You'll see it flow into your phone.
Now you don't have a name on it or anything that.
No, but people that listening, they've been following and once it gets onto YouTube, I edit it down, and once it gets to YouTube, they follow what I was doing, right? So then they know this QR code is mine and that one is yours. But you gotta go home, and the first thing you gotta do is you gotta go into that Bitcoin.com app, you gotta go to backup, you gotta take a piece of paper and you gotta write those 12 words on there. And then you gotta fold that paper close.
Just go in that app, open it up,
yes.
And
I gotta take a little break.
But
I will be back soon. If you could stay in my live stream, I would do it like this because I don't want that to leak out. It's going up. Cool life.
That's what you mean by What's up, eh?
Yeah, and I'll show you my wallets. So they've done great. I'll show you. Here's a wallet. Here's a long-term savings wallet that I have. Let me just open it. So all my wallets are just files. But just look at this amount right here. You see it? That's in US dollars.
2.825. 2,825? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's just one of my wallets.
Okay, yeah.
Bitcoin Cash price is at probably more now at the moment. This doesn't update as fast.
No? Well, you've got all these different charts.
Yeah.
And what's this here? This is music sounds in these tracks?
Yeah, like I play music, and we can, because this is usually what I do. I mean, you're kind of interrupting me at the moment, but that's great. But that's good because I do both. So I was just playing back from, and I can skill. Test, test. Test, test, test. Yeah. We're saying, oh yeah, so on Twitch and YouTube, without using a system like this, the only way people can make money is by having it go through YouTube, but YouTube takes a huge cut. But this is directly. So YouTube and Twitch, they host me for free, but I get my money directly. So, I mean, when everybody starts doing this on a mass scale, they won't be happy about it because they'll lose all their money. But they don't know about it yet. It's just a QR code.
Them cutting off
exactly
several people.
So if you have a musician, if you know a musician that is doing this on Twitch, tell them about this system because you can make way more money using this system. With Twitch, you gotta have already 500 people watching every stream to make any money whatsoever. I don't have that. Hey, check this out. Hey, check this out. Have you ever heard of a clavinet? Yeah, I just got a new controller, and let me just hook it up. Let's see. Wah pedal, enable host automation. Put that on here. There we go. So now. I have my periods of time where I spend a lot of time working here, but I usually always have something up with like a beat, and then it kind of depends on what mood I am. But I really love it. Still the best at piano, and with speakers like these, if I take just the acoustic piano, there's one called Mellow here, and that's find lyrics for it and turn it into a cool song. French horn. I have a French horn. Yeah. Let me load it for you. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. It sounds pretty realistic, actually. Load instrument. Local. ESL horns. Okay. French horn. I have two ones. So we'll start with. These are just to sustain long notes. I mean, this is multiple French horns, right? Because it can only if you have a whole bunch of them, right?
Yeah.
You have to move away from the piano and lock.
Hey, Shane. Oh, yeah. You getting up or you getting down? Well, I'm just bank and then I'm going to get down. How you doing? Doing well? Actually, not too bad. Darius up there? Darian? No, he's probably staying at crashing something. A young fellow, 24.